Check it. Welcome to Street Flames crew. Yeah, we in here today. We in here tonight, whatever y'all want to call it. Talk about this YMLE situation. Talk about a lot of those situations. Prosecutors trying to say Young Thug snitched when he was young, told on the murder, all type of stuff. Courtrooms doing all type of stuff. It's getting spooky in them courtrooms. Can't I feel sorry for some of these guys? Sure enough. We're gonna listen to this off. We're gonna get back.
Recordings just got better.
We gonna get into this. We ain't gonna be biased. We ain't gonna be nothing. We're gonna go ahead and get into this whole situation. Do you feel me? We're gonna get into these
a Glock ASAP and telling her, like, go now. He then asked.
He allegedly asked his mom and his man to them for a glizzy. Allegedly.
His mother to buy him a Glock ASAP and telling her, like, go now. So she then responds, okay, what's wrong?
The jury in YNW Melly's double murder trial hears testimony about text messages talking guns and...
It's getting a little dark. It's getting a little dark.
So much. He then sends a return the location showing at or about the time of the crime as to who was using and doing that. Okay, love you again from Jamie King. I'm at your gate. I'm going to get the trash. The next response is bring Mariah, which you honors already heard testimony that Felicia Holmes, her daughter, Mariah Hamilton, was in a...
Dave brought his baby, and I said baby mother, his girlfriend mother in there, and try to say he offered her $5,000 and offer her more money to not
a dating relationship with,
to not take the stand. Shit crazy. Hold up.
This defendant, and that at this time, and that there was conversations, and that she has identified Mariah as Mariah Hamilton. Then there is okay. It continues. He then asks his mother to buy him a Glock ASAP and telling her, like, go now. So she then responds, okay,
Got
what's
your
wrong?
4 pound.
She
She allegedly said, got your 4 pound. That's different.
says, I got your 45s. Then his response, I just don't want no illegal gun. Well, that's not illegal.
It's different, dog. It's different.
If you're tired of spending a ton on all your streaming
It's different. And the whole thing is prosecutors trying to prove that it is his phone. They try to say it ain't his phone, but this is his girlfriend mom. Got to testify. She got caught. She got to testify because she got caught in a lie, and then she tried to retract on it and say she didn't say that, so they brought her in. They even try to ask Fredo Bangs to come. So allegedly, Fredo Bangs went to go get the nigga allegedly after he killed his friends. And they asked him to come too. They said he declined. His lawyer came. The lawyer said, I'm not defending him no more. So ain't no telling what's going on. In my opinion, I think Bartland and 100K Track gonna be the star witnesses. That's just my opinion. 100K Track gonna be the star witness. Now think about it. He the turkey burger that gave up the phone. We're gonna get back into this.
Record.
Felicia Ashe Holmes,
Please spell your first and last name for the court.
FELICIA, Angel Health and Disease.
Please have a seat. Ms. Holmes,
Yes, sir.
that microphone in front of you does not move back and forth. Just up.
No, I'm just, I don't feel comfortable.
Are you nervous?
I feel threatened.
So, Ms.
She says she feel threatened. You can see it on her face. She don't really want to be there. It's crazy.
Holmes, I want to start and just talk about who you are.
Yes,
Ms. Holmes, do you have any children?
yes, I do.
Can you tell the ladies and gentlemen of the jury who is Mariah Hamilton?
My youngest daughter.
And how old is Mariah?
She's 22 right now.
And Mariah, did she have a romantic relationship with someone named Jamel Simmons, also known as YNW Mel?
Yes, she did.
When was she involved in that romantic relationship with Mel?
I'm thinking maybe like 2016 or so till maybe 2019, 20.
Okay.
Damn, so she just broke up with him. This case getting dark. But they gonna try to bring it back. They gonna ask her these questions. Just peep the bliss.
I call him Jamel Melly.
You see him here in the courtroom?
Yes, I do.
Where is he?
He's right here.
And what's he wearing?
The white turtleneck and a gray
She's about to wave at him.
jacket.
Yeah.
He's right here.
And what's he wearing?
The white turtleneck and a gray
She's about to wave at that nigga. She really like him.
jacket.
Here, I made a record reflected and record identification of the defendant.
Yes, the record will reflect the court identification.
So in October of 2018, had you met the defendant prior?
Yes, I do.
How many times have you met him in person prior to?
Yeah.
A couple.
A couple?
Figure she's gonna say a couple. They gonna say, what's a couple? 2, 4, 12 times.
Two maybe.
Did you follow him on social media?
I'm not sure. In 2018, I wasn't up.
Did you know if
Ain't that when he had murder on my mind and shit? The fuck?
he had social media at that time?
I didn't.
Did you have a social media account at that time?
Yes, I did.
And what was your social media name?
I'm sorry.
What was your social media name
My name?
Yeah.
For which one?
for Instagram?
Instagram, it's like Bling Queen 258.
Did you have a Snapchat at that time?
I don't think so. If I did, I may have.
What about your
Man, they asked her that question because YNW Melly, that phone, that whole phone situation is all these Snapchat pictures and all that in there. That's crazy. So they try to ask her what's going on so they can still prove that it's nobody that's associated with this case phone. Melly, this is your phone, allegedly. That's what they trying to prove.
Daughter, did she have an Instagram?
I'm pretty sure she did.
Okay, did she have Snapchat?
I'm pretty sure she did.
So I'm going to show you what's been already admitted into evidence as State 61.
See? They got hella motherfucking evidence because 100K Track gave that phone up. You know, AK broke him the fuck down. Shout out to him. He broke him the fuck down, made the nigga come on his channel and basically admit he gave up the phone. There's nothing in it. You had the phone, Drew. Why you ain't delete nothing? You should delete the whole fucking phone.
There's a couple of videos and things on that I would like to ask you to ask some questions about.
Your Honor, we'd object as to the predicate being laid for this witness to testify to any of this material.
YNW Melly lawyers look like they just came there for the check. I don't know no lawyer that would have took that motherfucking case. Like, you look at the Young Dolph assassination, Joe, the boy Art Horn, he was supposed to represent Straight Drop. That nigga synced the motherfucker. I'm talking about, he said, well, no, I never said I was representing Straight Drop, but you said that shit on your Instagram, allegedly.
Thank you. Objection or
So I'm showing you what is titled Memory.
There's a few.
They really try and prove that it's that man's phone. When all he had to do is say, I left the phone in there, I was high. You feel me?
Can you see that picture there on your screen?
Yes, I can.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's her daughter and Melly.
Who is the female over there?
That's my daughter,
And which daughter is that?
Mariah.
Okay. Who else is in that photograph with her?
That's Chanel.
Yeah, the OTF shirt. I said shirt, OTF channel. Melly looked like he was moving around. Looked like he was moving around. He's around Slime. He's around J. Cole. He's around all these guys. What's up? What's up? Are they trying to...
Who is the female over there?
That's my daughter,
And which daughter is that?
Mariah.
Okay. Who else is in that photograph with her?
Melly.
That's Chanel.
I want to go here to this image. This is 2018, November 11th, 23:53:26 UTC. Again, Melly, Montana. Who is pictured in this photograph?
My daughter, Mariah.
Do you recognize the individual in the back?
No.
Prior to coming into
They
court,
tried to hit her with a blitz.
were you shown two photographs of the alleged victims in this case?
Yes, I was.
Were you able to identify them?
No, I was not.
In terms of your relationship with Anthony Williams and Chris Thomas, how many times did you met them?
Maybe
Zach,
maybe twice.
Maybe twice.
Judy, maybe once.
And do you know them by their real names?
No, I don't.
How did you refer to them?
Zach and Judy.
Okay. So I want to go forward to some of the videos in this particular exhibit, specifically Memories 2018, October 18th, 2:17:49 UTC. Start with this one. I'm going to.
All that extra shit, like, they leave the most important shit here.
Why that nigga sound like Kodak?
All that extra shit, like.
Start with this one. I'm going to.
All that extra shit, like.
He sound like Kodak the other day when that nigga was a gremlin. He knew it was fake and he still took it.
They leave the most important shit here.
So the image that is shown there. Do you recognize the person in that driver's license?
It's blurry.
Okay. I'm going to show you another video, the next one
The most
here.
important shit here. Like, get right there, like, you know you come back.
Whose driver's license
That's
is that?
your
That's my
daughter.
daughter.
The conversations and things that on there, do you recognize the voice?
I didn't really listen. I mean, you have to play it again.
She trying to spare Melly. Question she can't handle.
So be telling me. So my all that extra shit and like they leave the most important shit here. Then
Do you recognize the person who's speaking in that video?
Yes, I do.
Who is that?
That's Jamel.
Okay. Of 2018. Where were you living?
I was living in Cocoa.
And my geography is terrible, I think. How far away is Cocoa from Broward County?
About 3-4 hours.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a registered nurse.
Were you a registered nurse at that time as well?
Yes, I was.
Did you know the defendant's mother?
Yes, I do.
And who is she?
Jamie.
Have you met her prior to October 26th of 2018?
Yes, I did.
Have you communicated with her?
Yes, I did.
Did you have a phone number for her?
I'm pretty sure I probably did.
I'm not asking you to.
I don't know if I did or not. I can't remember.
Okay. So I want to go forward on October 26th of 2018 and talk about that early morning hours. Did you receive or hear a phone call or FaceTime video call in which the defendant was a participant?
I did overhear. I'm not quite sure exactly the context of the call, but I did overhear the phone call.
Okay. Tell the ladies and gentlemen of the jury what woke you up that morning.
Just hearing my daughter's voice.
Okay. What was the tone of her voice without saying what she said?
I don't remember. I don't remember.
It was years ago.
Do you remember anything the defendant said on that video?
Not verbatim, no, I don't.
Okay. Did you have an opportunity to read the statement you gave in 2018?
I read the statement.
Okay. Was
But
it
I don't recall. I don't remember anything from that statement, but I do remember my deposition from December 22.
So the deposition, that would have been 6 months ago?
Yes.
Okay. I want to go, and when you spoke, you remember speaking with law enforcement in December of 2018?
I remember speaking with them, but I don't remember what they look like. I don't remember their names, but I do remember talking to someone.
Okay. So, Ms. Holmes, I want to ask you, were you honest and truthful with law enforcement when you spoke with them?
I would hope so. I mean, it was 2018. I went through a lot in that year, so I'm not sure where my mindset was at that time.
Did you lie to law enforcement?
That's a good question. Good answer.
I would hope not. But I don't remember what I said back. It was like 5 years ago.
Oh, of course. I understand it's been a long time. So in terms of the time frame, that was closer in time to the incident of October 26th,
Maybe.
2018?
If that's where you guys are saying it is.
You don't even remember?
I don't remember. Like I said, 2018 was a very hard year for me. My husband just went to prison. My father died. I had a lot going on, so I was really out of it.
Okay. And in terms of your conversations with the police officers that morning?
Yes. I do remember that they kind of bullied me and threatened my daughter to take her to jail for accessory after the fact. I do remember that.
Yes. And in terms of the statements that you made about what happened, you don't have any recollection of that? Did you read this statement multiple times?
I looked at it and I just didn't recall it, and yeah.
And so you indicated you hoped you were truthful with law enforcement?
Yes, I did.
I have to ask you to be more definitive. Were you truthful?
I don't remember what I said to them back then, so if I was to tell you something.
That DA, she know what she's doing. She gonna pull some motherfucking tricks out of that motherfucking hat. I can feel it.
Then now I could be lying. I don't want to lie on the stand because you're going to take me to jail. So I'm saying what you want me to say.
I do not want you to say anything. I want you to tell the truth.
Okay, that's what I'm doing.
Okay. So, Ms. Holmes, with regards to that day, did you lie to law enforcement?
I
just asked and answered. Excuse me, hold on. Repeat your question.
I don't remember.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
Wait, one person can talk at a time, and there was an objection. I just wanted to be clear. All right, you asked your question again.
Okay, so Ms. Holmes, did you lie to law enforcement?
Not that I recall.
Oh.
I don't remember.
Okay, going forward to the events of that day,
Yes.
when you heard that phone call, where were you?
I'm home.
Where was home in Cocoa?
Cocoa.
Who else was there at your house?
My kids.
When you heard the phone call, did you hear what had allegedly happened?
I heard that there might have been a shooting.
Did you see any pictures or videos of anyone that was injured at that point?
No, I did not.
Did you see the defendant on the screen of that video call?
I saw his face, yes.
This is James. James left his 9-to-5 job and is.
That DA got some motherfucking tricks. Got some tricks under her sleeve. Last 2 days, she been breaking them down.
Of communication. Do you know if it was a FaceTime
His lawyers
call?
weren't ready.
I assumed it was FaceTime. I couldn't say for sure what kind of call it
You
was.
just said you seen the video, the
At the
picture.
time of October of 2018 through December of 2018, do you know the defendant's phone number?
No, I don't.
Do you recall today what the defendant's phone number was?
No, I don't.
Okay. In terms of the information and stuff that you have regarding that phone number, was that saved in your phone at that time?
It may have been. I can't remember.
Do you remember what phone number you had?
No, I don't. No, I don't.
So Ms. Holmes, to go back in terms of looking at your statement or any of the other things, refresh your recollection as to what the defendant's phone number was and what you had at that time.
I'm sorry, could you repeat the question?
Sure, you said you didn't remember the defendant's phone number.
No, I don't.
Would looking at a copy of your statement help refresh your memory as to what?
Wow.
Thank you. Good one.
Okay, would you like to try to do so?
You have to look at it for you, sure.
Okay. And so counsel on for the record, and turn over page 3 of 8. And I'm going to ask you, Ms. Holmes, to just read this part silently. for
They've been
yourself.
preparing for this
From
5-6 motherfucking years. They've been preparing. They've been prepared for this, y'all. They wanted to make sure they ain't leave no motherfucking mistakes. No room for mistakes.
when you're doing that, does that refresh your recollection? Your Honor, pursuant to 90.8035, the state would move at this time to read into the record the relevant portions.
Objection, Your Honor.
Can I speak, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Joan, it's 12 o'clock. Let's take our lunch and recess. Don't discuss the case. Don't film any opinion about the case. Don't allow anyone to discuss the case in the presence.
Oh, he had his mouth wide open.
35, the state would move at this time to read into the record the relevant portions.
Objection.
Your Honor, pursuant to 90.8035, the state would move at this time to read into the record the relevant portions.
Objection, Your Honor.
Can I speak, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Joan, it's 12 o'clock. Let's take our lunch and recess. Don't discuss the case. Don't film any opinion.
Yeah, he was surprised.
Proceed, counsel.
Your prior
Objection.
statement.
Melly was surprised, y'all.
I heard it over. You can ask your question, counsel.
Ms. Holmes, prior to that deposition starting, were you given your prior statement to review?
What you mean?
Were
I
you?
understand. The deposition that I did on December 22nd. Yes, it was given to my lawyer yesterday, right before. Briefly to look at, yes.
Okay. So the deposition you have, that was
It was
provided
given
to
to my
your
lawyer
lawyer.
yesterday, yes it was.
So you remember coming
Melly
into that
lawyers was
deposition?
not prepared. I'm trying to tell you. Seemed like they weren't prepared.
I was in jail, put in jail.
Correct.
I remember.
And so it's clear in terms of you don't want to be here.
You're making me be here. Yes, I have a house, a band on my leg. I'm a nurse. I can't It worked properly, yes.
Yes. You were under house arrest because you failed to comply with the subpoena?
No, you did not serve
Excuse me,
me.
sustain. Listen,
Yes, I have
Yes.
a house with a band on my leg. I'm a nurse. I can't even work properly, yes.
Yes. You were under house arrest
Yeah,
because you
so
failed to
they
comply
made,
with the
they
subpoena?
made, it seemed like they made her come.
sustain.
Yes.
You were under house arrest because you failed to comply with the subpoena?
No, you did not serve
Excuse me,
me.
sustain. Listen, how we're gonna do this?
That's what's going on. They put on house arrest to this trial. Oh, that's crazy. They try and wrap everything up, man. Law and crime got that heat, man. Shout out to them.
Ask your questions, counsel, man. Listen to her question, answer her question.
Yes, I am.
All right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Okay. So going back to the deposition.
Yes,
On December 14th of 2022,
yes,
do you remember coming to my office?
yes, I do.
Do you remember being asked questions at that time?
Yes, I do.
Do you recall being given a copy of your prior statement of December 12th, 2018?
No, I don't remember that. I don't remember anything, but I'm pretty sure I do.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is permission to approach her on it,
With what, counsel?
her deposition.
Objection, Your Honor.
I have to give her an opportunity to.
I
Damn.
saw my deposition.
Excuse me. Objection.
Permission to approach her on it,
With what, counsel?
her deposition.
Objection, Your Honor.
I have to give her an opportunity to.
I saw my deposition.
Excuse me. There's no question pending review. All right, you can proceed, counsel.
Okay. So, counsel, I'm showing her page
She about to cry there, man.
10, line 10 through 17. Okay, so just read them silently to yourself. So back on December 14th, 2022, were you asked if you need to make any corrections or deletions to the statement of December of 2018?
That's what the deposition said, judicially.
And did you indicate that there was no corrections or deletions in the statements?
I don't remember, but that's what's on the deposition.
So December of 2022, you said that this is a correct statement.
Objection. Sustained.
So Ms. Holmes, is the December 2018 statement that you gave correct and honest?
Objection, asked and answered.
Excuse me. You have to let, I don't understand you're trying to answer the question, Ms. Holmes, but when they raise an objection, let me answer the objection first.
Yes,
All right?
sir.
Objection notice overruled. Question is the statement, repeat your question.
Is this December 2018 statement correct and honest?
I don't remember the December 2018 statement.
The
In
judge
December
trying
of
to hear every little
2022,
Yes,
information we
did you
can hear.
state that it was an honest and correct statement?
that's what you put in the deposition. I don't remember saying it, so I can't remember verbatim what happened that day. I remember some parts of this deposition. No.
Okay, is there anything that you need to refresh your recollection to determine whether or not I'm being full and accurate as to what the question was?
She not playing, and I'm trying to tell you, I believe Barton or 100K Track is a witness. 100K Track, man, if you witness, man. No, shout out to King AK for making that point, man. Like it. Go subscribe to his channel. He got the live. Go to his Instagram live. He got an Instagram live up with 100K Track. 100K Track said, no, he haven't been in Melly court. He haven't went to court for Melly yet, or nothing. So we gotta see, bro. We gotta see what's going on. Got to see what's going on because it's really getting spooky, y'all. But OJ beat his situation. She ain't about to cry, y'all. My fault for the situation. But really seem like she about to cry though, man. It's a bad John. Really seem like she about to cry, man. Like, hold your head. Hold your. Put yourself in that scenario. There we go. We back. We back. We back. We back. Listen, I don't want to point fingers at the judge, but you know like I know. Listen, they strategized on it. They strategized on. Listen, y'all, they strategized on this case as they should, but they made sure they got every minute evidence that's going on, everything that's going on with this case. They knew what's going on. They got it. They asked people. People testified. Barton told he on house arrest for allegedly for driving them and staging two homicides. I don't know how y'all go. I don't know how y'all get down in Florida, but listen, y'all different. She exhausted. She mad. No, Fredo is Fredo Bang. Remember that incident I told y'all? They allegedly said Melly pinged his location after the homicide situation in the homicide area. Allegedly, he dropped his location to Fredo Bang, so Fredo Bang could come pick him up. Fredo Bang came to come pick him up. 100K Track allegedly went to Fredo Bang house and went to go pick up YNW Melly. That's how the cops stuff, you know. Listen, man. They put Fredo Bang in there. How the fuck you get in that John Fredo? What the fuck? Then you drop a Free Melly song and talk about homicides. Man. This motherfucker dropped a Free Melly song. Just dropped this shit earlier. Fredo Bang. Still talk about killing and talk about tell the what do you say? Tell the DA I ain't coming. Some shit. They gonna try to force that nigga to fucking come. Send a fucking warrant out on it. How the fuck does she get caught up in this shit? Y'all gotta let me know in the comment section. How the fuck did the mom get caught up in it? What the mom got caught up in it because the daughter was like 15, 16 at that time? That's 5 years ago. She said her daughter 22 right now. Oh man. She couldn't let her daughter testify. Her daughter definitely would have cooked Melly, so the mom went to go talk for her. That's why, that's why Melly don't go with the daughter no more, because mom on house arrest and all that shit because of Melly allegedly committing this act. For L. Ooh. Know who the manager is, y'all, right? And this ain't no allege. The manager at that time was, what's his name? You gotta go to AK page to find out. What's his name? Francois or some shit like that. You know, King AK called the nigga Officer Francois, as you know. He was allegedly part of that King Von situation too, y'all. She asked how much money he gave the fuck up. So 100K track, what the fuck was you doing? Did you text that lady? Or did you tell them cops that you gave her money before? Because why is this coming up that how much money was given up while he been incarcerated? Somebody tell me that. She sweat like a motherfucker in that chair. Ain't no air conditioner on in that motherfucker either. Ain't no air conditioner on that motherfucker. They in there baking like baked beans. Motherfucking pork and beans and hot dogs. They baking. Her own travel explosives. Francois, right? His name. There you go. 100K track. His name Jameson Francois. Oh yeah, he's a rapper now too, y'all. So I guess he paying them bullshit ass lawyers for Melly. Francois, you out of pocket. Motherfucking 100K track, you out of pocket. You gonna pay for them nut ass motherfucking lawyers for Melly so he can get crucified allegedly and you could go ahead and have fun. I feel you. The judge said, "Hold, can y'all clarify who is he?" Francois. Track, you out of pocket. Track, you gave that lady them pepper sticks. You gave her that money. You gave that money up, Track. And then Melly, you giving up the motherfucking phone. I mean, Melly, You giving up the motherfucking password on the jail phone and shit, the motherfucking 100K track. So what they did was they subpoenaed that nigga. They told that nigga to bring that phone with you too when you come down here. He brought that motherfucking phone in. Why did you delete this shit, dummy? And she tried to stall Belly out. She trying to stall her out. And the judge trying to let it go too, but it ain't so much because that DA is picking her apart. It's asking her certain questions so she can verify certain shit. So now when it get down to the get down, the last day, shit gonna get exposed. They already try to bring a motherfucker in there with the mask on. So ain't no telling what else they gonna try to pull. They said thugger snitching down, all that. They pull all type of motherfucking apples and shit out that motherfucker head. Damn. It's an objection. And for those of you who don't know what sustain it means, it mean let it go. He's overruling it. He's letting it go. So you hear that? That mean the DA get more time to get their shit off. I don't know. Fuck no. No pictures. No pictures. No. I asking some motherfucking shit from motherfucking 6 years ago. Like I'm gonna remember that shit. Look how she looking at Melly. Look how she looked at Melly and the lawyers. The lawyer, listen, them lawyers down south, man. Lawyers down south is out of fucking pocket. Why you think them lawyers down south? Why you think they call all we up here, up east, up north? They called all we up top, and they asked Beanie Siegel and Cassidy lawyer, Fortunato Perry, what do he think about this case? And he basically said the same thing. We've been seeing the same thing we saying now the last 2 days. The last 2 days been crucial. Yesterday was crucial. Yesterday, the motherfucking forensics expert came in there. He basically painted the whole motherfucking picture that the whole shooting shit went down inside. And motherfuckers was getting shot when they got shot. They bled out. And them niggas got shot after the fact. After they died, they got shot again, allegedly. Rest in peace to them victims, man. This is not one of them videos. This is for educational purposes only. Everything I said is allegedly and allegedly only. Did y'all see how she looked at that lawyer? Look, one more time. Look how she looked at that lawyer. Like, what the fuck? Look how she looked at this lawyer. Look how she look over at the lawyer. Melly and them lawyer. Because he got a representative too. I'm fucked up. She looked at the lawyer like, what the fuck is y'all doing? You heard what Gunner just said. Gunner just said the lawyers finangled him. Who the fuck can you trust when they playing both sides? Shit, lawyers and shit be trying to run for governors and shit. DAs and shit. Judges. It's this thing. They gonna try to keep her ass on house arrest. This case ain't no motherfucking joke. She trying to stall him out. She trying to stall him out. She try to get all the motherfuckers to paint it. Wow. She asking her that shit because she gonna keep her ass on house arrest. When this shit over, she gonna say, no, you didn't help me. Damn. The lawyer said, objection. The judge says to sustain answer. Dude, that judge, he's spooky, man. He giving out a poker face to me, man. As far as what? Wow. Listen, that judge is, he out of pocket. Woo! That's a trick. Wow. This is a trick. That's tricky right there. Cause it's crazy. Cause now she old enough. I wonder can they use her now? That's crazy. She showing her what she said on the motherfucker jump. She basically, I think she said she lied, or she said some. I forgot what they said. She said. So, hey, Francois, what the fuck was you doing out here with that man Instagram and shit? Like, y'all taking niggas Instagram and YouTube pages and all that and trying to act like y'all that person, y'all supporting this person and shit. Like, 100K track, what was you doing? So that mean when you took your phone down there, they went in that phone and also went in your phone and seen you talking to her. They seen you talking to YNW Melly's girlfriend mom. They seen you talking to her, offering money, gave her money, wired her money, and all that. That's why she on house arrest allegedly. 100K track, you wild bull. That's why you not in that courtroom. Damn. Wow. She tricking the shit out of her. Right, right. So she basically telling a different story now than what you said. He liked that battle, female on female. He's sitting back laughing. That judge see two slick females with the mouth. They slick with the mouth. He trying to see who gonna win. What does she keep slipping up and saying? This situation is crazy. This situation is real crazy. But look, he dropped a song, Free Melly. 100K, 6 hours. Then look, Bartland, slimy little slimy dude. I actually like this song, but he put this song out under Melly shit on YouTube. It's like a 100K track trying to make money. Oh yeah, let me show y'all something before I leave. OJ said something. He said how he think Melly could win this case. I seen it. Let me see. I seen it pop up somewhere. Where is it at? There you go. Shout out to Crowd Saver. What's that taste like? OJ Simpson Melly. I mean, I said O.J. Simpson lawyer. Four different spots. Mm, mm, It's 30%. O.J. Simpson lawyer telling y'all guys this. He's giving y'all the game. He going the other route. Mm, Crazy. That cell phone is crucial. That cell phone is crucial. Cell phone is real crucial. It's looking like. And it's crazy because that phone, that motherfucking phone, it's conversations and all that. He don't answer. They saying bloody answer, this and that. They asking him questions. So it's real tricky with that phone. But he played it cool and said they ain't his phone. Mm. Wow. And look at her face. She's serious, yo. Wow. So she basically saying he had to slime his mans out just to get in the I'm talking about. She said indicative. We'll see. Gotta put a B. Gotta put a B. What was in barley? Oh, she used your lingo, cat daddies. She said he was dropping C's. She said he was stacking. She said he was stacking. Act. This is his real life, allegedly. It looked like she gonna win because it looked like she. It looked like she. Listen, it looked like it's gonna go their way. It look like it's going their way because she's talking to the juror. She's not talking to the lawyer. She's not talking to the judge. She's talking to the jurors, and she's painting a picture for them. And then you got 100K track lawyers, Cody ass lawyers. Them motherfuckers, they don't know what the fuck going on. They just want that check and that motherfucking notoriety and that fame, and they good. That's all they want. They gonna say, I tried. I tried. We win some, we lose some. Mm-hmm. You need to be talking. Right. Hey, despise it. Mm. Mm-hmm.
Well, if the evidence is
Shit
overwhelming of gang membership, and the evidence that you put on about changing letters and stuff like that seems fairly compelling, they might ultimately introduce an expert on gangs.
different.
Don't know. That could be somewhat compelling, and it depends. I mean, the hardest job a defense attorney has is to assess the state's case and see what impact it's having on the jury, to determine whether to try to respond or ignore it. You do both at great risk. That's why being a defense attorney is such a subtle and difficult job. You can't do it by the books. You always have to see how the state's evidence seems to be resonating with the jury. Are they shaking their heads? Are they leaning forward? Are they accepting the argument that's being made? And if they are, you may have to respond. If they're not, you might be better off moving on to different issues where you have the strength and they have the weakness.
Mm-hmm.
That's what defense attorneys have to do if they're going to really be very good at it. I don't have an ability to assess this particular defense attorney's savvy or ability, but I can tell you in general, those are very, very hard judgment calls, whether to respond to what may be weak evidence and strengthen it, or to ignore it, thereby saying to the jury, look, we don't even take this seriously. Hard question.
Let's look now at the prosecutor describing how Juvie and Sack Chaser, the fatal wounds, the wounds that actually took their lives, where they were fired from. And this is really important because literally in the hour or so, maybe even 40 minutes before the homicides are believed to have been committed, we have surveillance video from the recording studio showing all four men getting into the Jeep. And Melly is getting into the back driver's side seat. So he was sitting in that back seat. And they say that's very important because the shots, the fatal shots, were fired from the back seat. Take a listen.
The fatal wounds for Christopher Thomas and Anthony Williams are coming from inside the vehicle, from the rear driver's side passenger going out towards the passenger side. The other interesting thing the medical examiner's office is going to tell you is that when the drive-by was staged at 4:02 a.m., the victims were already dead.
Yeah.
The medical examiner will be able to testify and tell you that the fatal shots to Anthony Williams, to his head, that enters in the back of his head and exits at the top, blowing out the front passenger window, was fatal. And that the additional wounds that are consistent with the trajectories going through the vehicle He's already dead. They are post-mortem inflicted gunshot wounds.
Basically, Christine Bradley is saying those fatal shots were fired from the back seat of the vehicle. She's telling the jury, the medical examiner is going to say that they were not killed by these shots fired from outside the vehicle. So if your client is sitting in the back seat of the car, the location from which those fatal shots were fired, how do you contest that?
Well, that's very, very circumstantial. It's going to be very hard to prove to the satisfaction of a jury that the shots were actually fired from a particular location in a car. When you think about it, a person could shoot from the front part of the back seat or the back part of the back seat or the back part of the front seat. It's all going to be somewhat speculative. So I don't see the great strength in that particular item of evidence standing alone. In circumstantial cases like this kind, it's the combination. It's the aha factor. It's the fact that the jury sits and listens to one piece of circumstantial evidence and says, interesting. Second piece, that seems compelling. And when you get to the third piece, they do the aha, wow, yeah. Together, it seems very compelling. So it's the combination of factors. Standing alone, the evidence in the back seat doesn't seem to carry all that much weight.
Social media messages are also a big part of this case, according to the prosecution. And there's one message in particular that the prosecution says amounts to a confession.
One individual specifically sends out, and I want to quote the message exactly that you will hear, and says, right after this, "Yo, homie, you good? Let me know something." And so, ladies and gentlemen, this is where context matters. What does that mean? If you work at Google and you say, "My whole floor is coding," that's a good thing. If you work at Broward General Hospital and you say, "My whole floor is coding," that is a bad thing. The context around the messages matters. So in the context of this message, this individual is reaching out, asking if Mr. Demons is good after he's been tagged in multiple social media posts about this drive, this shooting. And Mr. Demons responds very succinctly, "I did that." Shh.
All right, Professor, how do you fight back against that?
Well, that's hard to fight against because that is almost a summary of the prior evidence. The prior evidence is all circumstantial. And here you have a statement, a direct statement. It's ambiguous, to be sure. And if the statement alone were introduced into evidence, it could be interpreted in multiple ways. And remember, too, that proof beyond a reasonable doubt doesn't require that each piece of evidence establish guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. This wouldn't do that. It requires that the evidence all taken together proves beyond a reasonable doubt. And if I'm the prosecutor, I use that. It's not a confession by any means. It's a misnomer to call it a confession. Use that piece of evidence which may constitute something close to an admission, not a confession, something that could be interpreted as incriminating. And I would use that to tie together the other circumstantial evidence. And, you know, when you get evidence from the mouth, pen, or email of somebody themselves, it's far more compelling than evidence directed against them by other people. This really does put also a burden on the defendant to explain. And that's one thing as a defense attorney you never want, because that may incline the jury to say,
really put Molly in that hot seat. It's crazy.